are the pearls.
Good evening. 24 Chinese nationals stranded at Kai Tak Airport for 9 days have been repatriated to China. Carmen Look reports.
At least 2 truckloads of police were used to carry out the operation. A government spokesman said Venezuela had confirmed that the entry visas held by the 24 Chinese passport holders were invalid. They did not have valid entry papers to Hong Kong either, so they were returned to China this afternoon. By then, the last flight to Guangzhou had left. The group was transported by a coach arranged by the New China News Agency. An agency spokesman said the 24 agreed to return home after learning that they had no chance of making it to Venezuela. According to an eyewitness, police moved into the transit lounge around noontime. They took away the group's luggage and demanded to see their passports. Some refused and tried to escape. Police had a hard time rounding them up and persuading them to board the coach, which left the airport at around 4 o'clock. The group was driven to the border, where they were handed over to Shenzhen authorities. Carmen Luke, TVB News.
The Philippine Supreme Court has given President Corazon Aquino's government 5 days to explain in court why a top senator was arrested. Opposition leader Juan Ponce Enrile is being held on charges of murder and rebellion. His lawyers have demanded a hearing on the legality of his arrest. The former defense minister is in custody in Manila. Andrew Brown reports.
Juan Ponce Enrile has found plenty of space to maneuver. It's not just that the bars on his window are wider than in a proper jail. He's taken every opportunity to show he's enjoying his captivity. Today he thanked his jailers for their hospitality. He says he's been well treated. The former defense minister has spent the last 4 years in the shadow of President Corazon Aquino and is now welcoming free publicity.
In fact, to tell you the truth, I am thanking them immensely for the special attention and the special consideration that they have accorded to me.
He's being held at a police headquarters in a tranquil part of suburban Manila. The government admits it has a political thorn in its side in Enrile. He's accused of involvement in last December's attempted coup, but the Aquino administration denied trying to eliminate him as a political opponent. Instead, officials are confident he'll be dealt with as a common criminal. Enrile says he now at least has time to reflect on his lengthy political career, but if the Aquino administration has its way, he'll have much of the rest of his life to cherish those memories from behind bars. In Manila, Andrew Brown, TVB News.
A strong earthquake has shaken the Southern California area. It topped 5.5 on the Richter scale, triggering rock slides and cracking buildings. Only 3 people were seriously hurt, all of those near the epicenter in Upland, California. The tremor rippled from Santa Barbara to San Diego and swayed high-rise buildings as far away as Las Vegas. While the quake caused little damage, it sparked fear in the hearts of many in Southern California following last October's fatal Bay Area quake. Pounding seas and gale force winds have breached coastal defenses in 4 Western European countries. This is the latest havoc caused by storms, which have so far claimed about 50 lives.
The village of Tywyn in North Wales lies under 5 feet of water. Some residents returned briefly to check their homes. More than 2,000 were evacuated after raging seas knocked a hole 2,000 feet long in the village sea wall. Repair crews took advantage of a break in the storm to work on the wall, but the bad weather soon returned. 5 miles of coastline has been affected, and the flooding extends 2.5 miles inland. It could be another week before the cleanup can begin. On the French island of Corsica, winds fanned small brush fires, turning them into major blazes. Firefighters were out in force. Conditions overnight created large-scale forest fires, and 800 residents on the island were evacuated from threatened communities. The violent storms created the highest seas in 35 years off the coast of Holland. Fierce winds hammered seaside towns and blew cars off one ferry slipway into the water. The flooding was the worst since the 1950s. After a few days of raging storms, the forecast for Europe is mixed. Calm in places, but elsewhere winds are predicted at speeds of 100 miles an hour.
That's Newsfile. We're back at 11:45. Join us then. Have a good evening.